We were at a wine dinner where, it was pairings of food and wine people were there, and we ended up making some good friends. They invited us back to their condo, and they had just a spectacular wine wall. And we knew we were going to construct the basement in the near future, and we sampled a few bottles in their cellar, and I said, tell me, how'd you get this, who did it? And it turns out you guys had done 2 cellars for them. And for me, a personal referral, like somebody who's been through the experience, soup to nuts, and can say this was a good experience, that's worth to me more than any market research. So you guys were actually the only company that we looked at. We didn't talk to anyone else. I will say Wine Cellar Innovations gave us a lot of choices on details, very easy to work with, and we picked a lot of details. So we went with finishes, so we customized the wood color to match our bar, which is on another level of our home. That was all already finished cherry and so on. We selected mahogany for the color to match our bar, which is on another level of our home. That was all already finished cherry and so on. We selected mahogany for the swell, and then we have pull-out drawers that are double deep, so sometimes we like to buy a case or 2, or maybe even on occasion 3, and good to store them all kind of in those bins.
Yeah.
When we were doing the design evolution, ultimately we came up with this because we were building the space from scratch. We had more flexibility. And, I said to Brett, I want something that you come down the stairs from the bar, because again, you're entertaining. I want something that is like, wow, that's a really cool wine cellar.
Statement piece.
Statement piece, correct. So, he came up with this idea of kind of the display bottles and then the pins, especially for the larger bottles, I think really bring your attention to it. Then on each side, closest to the wall, is a whole row of double deep magnums, or I guess single deep if it's a magnum. So we have storage for more large bottles, but that was really the focal point of, when you have a great bottle, to make it not only user-friendly, but artistic too. So when we were first introduced to Brett and he came over, the basement was filled with stuff. So it was completely unfinished, raw concrete, very minimal lighting, and I'm sure he came in here and was like, you want to create what out of this? He never let on that, we had such a disaster going on. Obviously, we had the whole thing finished, and, both contractors worked concurrently together. But the actual design, he just listened to all of the things that we wanted. And
yeah, and we went through a few different iterations, He would pull a plan together, give us what that looked like, and then, the engineer and me would take those, make the tweaks that worked better for our lifestyle / what we wanted to see. And, it was a fluid situation, so it was great.
The 3D design for me helped a lot. I'm not like him. I can't look at a blueprint and see it on the wall. So the fact that Brett could give it to us in color, and if you look at our final design, the 3D versus this, they're absolutely identical. You wouldn't know if it wasn't a picture of it. So that was how realistic, the drawings came to life.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that the installation, because you guys handled that for us as well, you had a couple who I guess traveled the US and put these in. They were so detail oriented. They were so courteous. They were so communicative. The whole team that Brett worked with, from the people who delivered the refrigeration to the coordination and the scheduling. This all went down, the installation, not too long after Corona hit. So, working through a pandemic safely, not interrupting any of the other contractors that were coming in and out. I just thought the communication was spectacular.
What he said he was going to provide me.
Refrigeration. So we have our unit hidden in a HVAC room, and then we have a Nest thermostat inside the cellar. So obviously connected to our phone, we have other Nest, products in our home. We haven't noticed it change temperature at all. So we have our set at 53, and then we have a humidistat in there, and it's held the humidity flawlessly. I think our wine cellar is an evolution of where we've come from. Rich and I grew up in an area that didn't have a lot of means. We put ourselves through school. We paid back every penny of all of that schooling. And, you know, we really created a life together. And, you know, part of that was beginning to travel. I had never traveled before. I didn't have a taco until I was 22. And I think it really shows where we've grown to and what we now really enjoy, which is experiences. You know, yes, we have material things, and yes, wine is material, but that experience of going to the winery and tasting and being with friends and being able to preserve those memories and relive them again.
Yeah, it's part of the journey, and being able to bring the journey back.
I posted on the neighborhood wall. There's about, I don't know, 100 houses up here. Other people have asked me where I got my wine cellar done. I have given your name to everybody with 5-star glowing remarks. And to your point, I am a picky person. And this basement, you know, everything we have done, 5 stars on that.
Yeah.